Right, let's do this. Airbus A321 flight, and flying just a little bit across Europe today. We get on with the graphics and that, because obviously we've been having issues. Let's have a look. And we'll don't need a clean by the look of it. Right, we'll have a go. So let's get into sim brief. Let's have a go. Let's hope it loads up. He's alright. Okay, let's see how we get on. Is it going to work for us? It's taking its sweet ass time to load though, I know that much. There we go. Cool, right, it's not square. That's a good start, and it's got its APU running. That's another good start. And we've got avionics.
Good morning, everyone.
Get on. Right, let's
here we come.
Start by getting our route. We're going from LPPR, and we're going to LIEA, someone's sim brief at the moment.
Crew is ready for boarding.
A321. Yeah, we'll get them on board, shall we?
Porto ground, Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar.
Okay, generate the flight.
Please get the passengers on board.
First thing we'll do is set the aircraft up.
The jetway is going to be connected.
Perfect, just set the aircraft up first. Okay, so let's get the ATIS. Let's get the web information first. So LPPR, frequencies, ATIS is 121.680. We'll do that on VHF 1. What do we say it was? 121.680. 121.680. 121.680, and we'll swap them over. Enter. Wait a second.
Porto Airport information, whiskey
31 at 8.
Wind 301 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition.
Yeah,
Few
that's
clouds
right.
at 1900. Few clouds at
1018.
4900. Temperature
1018. Cool.
Point 12. QNH 1.
So first job we'll do is make sure that's updated. 1018. Make sure it's on this side as well. There we go, and then come down here. Never forget this one. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Cool. Ideal. Let's get the baggage, and whilst we're waiting, we'll start going through our checks.
Could you please send a baggage?
LT is on.
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa
work?
X-ray Oscar.
Yeah.
Baggage is on the way.
Okay. Happy.
Porto ground, Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar. Could you please send the catering truck?
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar. The catering truck is on the road.
Okay. 3 engine systems work. Okay, the fault's on the generators because the engines aren't running yet. APU bleed's on. And we've got it on auto as well. Cross feed valve, which is fine. Okay, we've got APU on, so we'll turn nav lights on. And logo lights, everything else is off. See about lights, we've got passengers on now, but we'll turn them on to auto. And no smoking, we'll keep it on throughout the whole flight. Emergency exit lights are armed. Coming up here. Doesn't work. Oh. Okay, cargo smoke test. Okay. That might keep come up in a minute. There we are. Right. Happy we've done that. So we'll come back down here. Okay, so let's get our flight plan sorted first. So 9 Echo to Baldu.
Luggage loading now complete.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my... We're going to land on runway 02. To runway 02. What's the wind doing there? At LIEA, let's have a look first. $270, okay. TAF, what's it looking like? Becoming between 2000 variable at 5 knots. Right, we can land on runway 20, so we will do that. We'll go with the flight plan that's in here. Looks pretty good actually, to be fair. Perfect. And we'll fly that at flight level 340. Okay, send that to ATC. There we go, perfect. Okay, let's go through the panels. Looks good there. We'll select airport data on. We're taking off from runway 35, so we'll set that nice and early to 350 because we'll fly the departure ourselves before we switch to autopilot. 350, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, we've done the QNH on that side. Up to the panel. Panel's fine. Quick look at oxygen. While we're here, can we get into it? Doesn't let us in. Okay. Okay, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Cool. Okay, we can do the FMC in just a second. Turn the weather radar on later on. Engines off. Okay, let's do FMC. Okay. We will I'm going to select, I think, edit flight. Let's bring our flight into this. So we'll do that on here first. We'll bring it in from SimBrief. There we are. Ground. Yeah, we've got a door open. Payload. We'll bring that in from SimBrief as well. There we go. We'll apply that. We'll do it instantly. Okay. Take off. Sync the data. Calculate that. It probably won't let me with the weights. Unable to find. So let's have a look at our payload. Our weight is currently 69207. So let's say 69207. 69,207. Calculate that. There we go, and we're within safety margins as well, which is good. And we'll send that to our flight management computer. Okay, coming down here then. We're going to get 340 initially. 40. Perfect. And we'll quickly won't do that just yet. Okay. Request the winds. There you go. We'll confirm the takeoff data. 155 for speed. (155) set. And we'll come down here. Pre-selected in the climb, we want 240. Don't want to go above 250 knots, so keep it at 240. There we are. Good. Okay. Flight plan. Let's have a look for any discontinuities. No, go straight to the runway, which is good. Quickly check the nav radios as well. RS frequency will load up a little bit later on, but if not, we'll get that in as well. Cool, ideal. Right, we are ready to request our clearance.
Porto ground. Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-Ray Oscar IFR to Alghero. Ready to copy.
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-Ray Oscar is cleared to Alghero Airport via the BELD 9er Echo departure, runway tree 5. Climb via SID maintain flight level tree 50. Departure frequency is 119.55. Squawk 6537.
37. Read that back. It's got to 35,000.
Cleared to Alghero via the BLD 9er Echo departure, runway tree 5. Climb via SID maintain flight level tree 50. Departure frequency is 119.55. Squawk 6537. Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-Ray Oscar.
Okay.
Airbus
Let's
Papa
go.
X-Ray Oscar. Readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.04 when ready to taxi. Good day.
12104. There we go.
Porto ground. Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-Ray Oscar. Requesting pushback.
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-Ray Oscar. Pushback request accepted.
Tow bar set.
Okay, going to turn the beacon light on because we are about to start the engines.
You are cleared to start engines.
Good evening, how are we? Cool. There we go. And we will as well.
Pushback is complete.
Oh, thank you. How are you doing? You okay? We're just doing a A321 flight across Europe. So every time we fly, we try and going to a new airport that I've not been to before. So I'll always start with a jet flight, so a 737 or an Airbus, and then after that we usually get into a helicopter or something like that, have a little bit more fun. It always depends on how well the sim's performing. If the sim's performing well and we're enjoying it, we'll stay in these, but more often than not we head over and do a bit of general aviation as well. Okay, that's number 2 engine up. Let's just quickly check the generators come online. Generator has come online. We'll keep the APU bleed on just whilst we start number 1 engine. We'll keep an eye on that as well. You're going to see now that as we start, vibration is going to increase, N1, N2 is going to increase, oil pressure, temperature, etc. is going to increase as well. So here we go, N1 slowly starting to increase as we start the start cycle. You see the N2 starting to increase as well. There's N1. And hopefully we'll see oil pressure and temperature increase as well. So we've got oil pressure here, oil temperature there. There we go, the pressure's starting to increase. Need it around 22. This is so cool. It is until we start flying and nearly kill ourselves. And nearly put it into the floor. It's a little bit windy here as well. There you go, we're in the green now for the oil pressure. And oil temperature, we'll see that increase as we go towards the runway. So as we start actually putting some load through the engines, we'll see that increase. And there we are. So we're stabilised now, so carry out the rest of the checks. So for this now, our bleeds are on through the engines, so we can turn off the APU. So APU off. That's the switch off. Seatbelts on. And we'll let everyone know that we're going. Cool. Ideal. Let's go. So turn off lights on, taxi lights on, and we'll ask for permission to go. Yeah, it's decent. It is pretty good. Except they talk over each other. So runway 35, we're going to be doing a heading down this way. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we'll acknowledge that. So parking brakes coming off, and what we're going to do now is quickly set our flaps and initialise weight at the moment. Didn't do that, did I? Whoops. There we go. That's better. Cool. And we're going to performance. So we're going to go with 1 set of flaps. So I'll bring them down here. We're going to set our auto brake to max. And we're going to bring our speed brake to armed. Just so we can get out of the way. There we go, to armed. And there we go. I'll turn the windshield heat on everything in a minute. Put that on to max.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's it. We've done our pushback. So we've done that just before we start the engines. Now we're heading over to the runway.
Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position.
You see there at the moment there's other aircraft down the bottom side.
Read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that this is a non-smoking flight, including the lavatories.
That's it. We're in the taxi phase now.
Feel free to ask one of our attendants. Thank you.
Now what we'll do is before we line up, you can see the wind there. We've got that wind sock there, so we always face into wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the safety procedures. There are designated emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you, including behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you're traveling with children, make sure to secure your own mask before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats. Emergency lighting will lead you
So what
to
we
your
do,
closest
we
exit
fly
and
the
slide.
departure
Now,
ourselves.
make sure that
We
all
get
hand
up to
luggage is
10,000
stowed
feet.
away safely.
We then put the
While we wait
autopilot
for
on,
takeoff, please take a moment
and
to
then
review
we'll
the safety
let
data on
the
your
aircraft
seatbelt.
fly itself up to our cruise level. Then when we're at cruise, we skip to the descent. So I'm not going to be sat here for 3 hours flying this. And as you see here, the wind's coming from this direction here, so we are going to have a little bit of a crosswind. So we'll have a little bit of left rider in and a little bit of aileron in as well. So what you'll probably see is the aircraft move to the right a little bit. It's not as realistic as it could be. Okay. We'll slow it down here, and before we let the tower know we're ready, we'll make sure we are ready. So for this, strobes on, turn off lights off, and then lights on. Takeoff lights to take off. Sorry, nose lights to take off. Everything else is good, don't need any of the other lights on at the moment. Seatbelts are on. We'll give the purser a shout in just a second. Flaps will set to take off. Let's bring them back. There we go. And we'll get windshield heat on as well. And now we need to set everything else up. Down here, predictive wind shear is what you've just seen on there. So weather's on. We want all weather. Have it on number 1, predicted wind shear. So that'll tell us if we're going to have a little issue with the weather. And we'll set now our TCAS to normal and to TARA. So that's not going off at the moment because we've still got weight on wheels. And we'll make sure our trim is set at the moment. So our trim is set to 0, and it should be at 0, which is fine. Cool, right, we're ready to go. We'll do the takeoff config check.
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar at runway tree 5.
It's all green now on the left hand side, so we're good. And we've got the ignition on. We'll keep that on just while we depart, and then we'll turn it off.
Traffic is Boeing 737 on final.
Okay, there's a 737 on the final at the moment, so where is he?
Hold short,
There he is, look.
5, Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
He'll land, and then we'll go. It's a Ryanair flight in the Boeing skin. And there we are. Oh, with a heavy landing. We'll wait for him to get off the runway. Then we are time to go. I don't think we've got another one coming in, have we? Nope, got another one. Haven't got another one coming in.
Ryanair 1066. Exit runway when able.
Keep an eye on him. This guy here doesn't do anything. He'll have a go at me if I'm going a bit too fast or whatever, but he doesn't really do anything. Yeah, so that one was quite hard. You wait till you see ours though. Ours will be nice and soft. He says. He just doesn't speak, look. Doesn't say anything. The only time he'll ever talk to me is when he's having a go at me. Because I'm doing something wrong, like going too fast. Okay. Make sure the auto throttle comes on. There we go, I think he's off the runway now, look. Don't think there's anything else. There's another one coming on final there, look.
1066. Turn next taxiway.
That guy's still on the runway. Oh no, he's off now. He needs to hurry up and contact the ground and get off. But we have got another one coming in. We might be able to beat that out if we're quick. If the air traffic controller's quick. There we go, he's off now, look. So we're at quite a busy airport. This is.
Ryanair 1066.
Here we go.
Contact ground
Francisco
on
Connect.
121.04.
Hang on, give me a sec. We should be able to beat it off.
Airbus Golf Alpha
There we
Papa
go.
X-ray Oscar. QNH 1018 traffic is Boeing 737 on final.
Okay,
Cleared for
let's go.
takeoff runway tree 5.
Cleared for takeoff.
So we'll get
runway
straight
tree
out.
5. Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar.
So a quick control check as I'm going out. You see my ailerons there on my monitor here. And I'm going too fast. I'm going too fast. That's because I weren't looking. So I'll quickly do a quick, very tight turn here. That's because I weren't looking.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts and secure all baggage underneath your seat or the
Too busy
overhead
focusing on that other plane, wasn't I?
Place your seats and table
There we
trays in
go.
the upright position. Turn off all personal electronic
That's
devices,
better.
including laptops and cell phones, and prepare for takeoff.
Line up. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to put a little bit of left aileron in, stick fully forward. I'm just going to get straight before I pull the power. Right, power's on. Verified. There we go. A little bit of rudder movement as we go. I feel the nose wanting to lift now.
V1. Rotate.
There we are. We're heading to the left, so quick bit of correction into the right. There we go. And now we climb. So a little bit of wind. Could feel that as we come up. Gears coming up. And I'm following this now, following this flight plan. I'm going to turn right in just a second.
Good day.
Quick look out the window.
Decimal 55. Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
Okay, flaps going up. So this is about a 2-hour flight. We're not going to be flying for 2 hours. We are literally going to get up to 35,000 feet, and then we're going to let the aircraft do it itself.
Airbus Golf.
Okay, we're good.
Papa X-ray Oscar. Your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset
Okay,
squawk
I'll have a look at that in a
6537.
second. Our transponder's not working at the moment. Why is that on standby? Tell you what we'll do, let's fly the aircraft first.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar. Reset transponder. Squawk 6537.
There we go. Right, let's sort that out while that's flying. That's on.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar. Reset transponder. Squawk 6537.
Okay, this needs to... Why isn't that working? Let's go here. And there we go. Transponder 1 will go TARA. Normal altitude reporting on. There we go. Now we're working. Now I'll take control again. Get the alarm. There we go. Quick look at where we are. So at 244 knots at the moment. We're about to turn onto our right hand turn here. There we go. At 10,000 we can up the pace a little bit. So we're going to keep coming around here, a little bit more of a turn. 25 degrees of bank at the moment, as you can see there, just over 20 degrees. I can get it over a little bit more. There we go. Good speed as well, which is good. We're at 10,000 now, so we'll start increasing the revs. Get the engines working a little bit harder. You'll see that in a second, the engines start going. Good evening, how are we? Everyone alright? We're playing. This is 2024. This one. Hello, PJ. How's it? How is everything? Everything alright? Good man. Going to reduce this altitude now. Well, not the altitude. Sorry, the pitch. As you can see here, we've slowed down now to 220. And you can see we're almost on the flight director there, so we can bring it up a little bit. I have no skull. Ah, that's good. No school for a week. Oh, I wish I could say I've got no work for a week. That'd be dreamy. Right, I don't want to slow down too much, so let's bring that back a little bit. My brother does. Ha! Unlucky brother. Okay, so the good thing I like about this is it's auto trim. So as I come down here, you'll see the trim will move down. There we go. So it's the good thing about the Airbus is it'll put me where it will leave my nose where I want it. I just had chicken pox. Oh man, that's not cool. Have you recovered? And Mohammed has school tomorrow as well. There we are. Right. Okay, we're at 16,000 feet now. I'm going to let the autopilot have a go. So we'll get the autopilot cracking, and we're going to bring our QNH now to standard. Here, and remember to do the other three sides. But on Friday, it's my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. I had a day with the family, which was nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, so spent the day with the family yesterday. Right, so what we can do now is it's only going to take us about 10 minutes to reach, well, probably about 12 minutes to reach our cruise altitude. So we can actually start looking at what we're going to do to land. So, because as soon as we get up to our cruise altitude, we're going to skip to descent. So,
Captain, we've just passed 18,000
yep,
feet.
it's all
so
done.
Don't forget to switch the altimeter to standard.
She's definitely not Louisa. Right, so the protracted wind now at our arrival airport, if you have a look here, is LEIA, so say VFR 12 knots from 300 degrees. The runways are 0, 2 and 20. So I'm either 80 degrees out or 100 degrees out. So we're going to have to see what runway it sets us up for. I'd rather land at 300 degrees, really.
Sky Travel 1174.
What have we got here? We land on runway 20. So I'm going to see if we can land on runway 30. Sorry, runway 02. And we'll go via the Elsa 2 Yankee arrival, I think. Elsa 2 Yankee. Now if we have a look here, we're coming from that direction. It doesn't give us a lot to get onto, so if I do that, change procedure, and then my approach, let's have a look at the approaches. We have to do an RNAV approach via AEA. Let's change that. Let's have a look how we get on here. So I don't want to come up. I don't want to do the LSAG. I don't want LSAG. Although to be fair, it wants me to turn right. So I'll be overflying the airport at first. So let's send this to air traffic control and the avionics and program that in here. We'll just make sure that it gets us there. So performance, legs. Let's make sure that we've got it. So we are now going for 02, which is good. Make sure it gets us there. LSAG, which is there. Then it gets us to the airport, AEA. And we go to EA 507. There we go, so that's fine. Oh, what are these comments? I've just seen a few pop up. Let's have a look. Minecraft's 17th birthday and a football tournament. 4th place, that's good. You have a medal right now, that's really good. I play football, I love football. I played in goal today though, because our goalkeeper didn't turn up, so I went in goal and I got absolutely battered. I ran into a striker pretty fast, and I was very winded. For about 10 minutes I couldn't hardly breathe. Okay, we're about 8 minutes away from our cruise. We'll have a look outside, see where we are. Engine's still currently working quite hard. You've played centre back. Oh, that's a good position to play. Now, I usually play striker or on the wing. Okay, we're looking good here. It is good this. So what we can do is we know that we haven't got an ILS for runway 20, so there's no point in even checking it. Really. And you can see at the moment we've got, if you have a look here, a little fun fact for you. So at the moment our flight plan is this solid green light, line here. But if you have a look, we're actually facing here. Now, at the same time, we are actually flying along this green line because it's called our track. So if you have a look there, the wind is coming from 350 degrees and it's 41 knots. So 351 degrees is about 50, 40, probably about here, coming up this way. So that wind is hitting our aircraft and it's hitting us right here. So the reason why we're facing there is we're countering that wind hitting us. So we aim to the left of the point of where we want to go to get to where we need to go. So yeah, that's why our heading's off. And you'll see that as we fly, you'll see that the tail and that will start correcting a little bit during the flight. Well, to be fair, you can't really feel it. It doesn't feel that windy up here. What we can do is have a look. We've got all our weather warning systems on anyway, so it's good. Right, nearly at cruise. Got another 5,000 to go. And then we'll skip to the descent. Now what I do here is I reduce my sim rate to as slow as I can, because the sim here, when you skip to your descent, it basically puts you really fast with your flaps down, really fast. You're overspeeding, so we reduce the sim rate, so we slow the sim right down so we can quickly get in and react before the game reacts. And what you'll see here is basically skipping the sim rate, or sorry, skipping to cruise. What we're doing is we're basically bypassing all these. So this is our flight plan here. As we come across the mountainous area, we're going to skip all this. This is where our plane will follow. It'll follow this line and this route all the way across and all the way down to Leah, or Fatila. And then as you will probably, I reckon that the sim will load us up around here somewhere. Ideally it would land us here. It will put us here so we can do the approach, but I think it will put us on the final for it. And then what we usually do is we'll have, because this hasn't got ILS, there's no point in us programming it in, but we'll fly the approach completely manually. So one thing we can do before we do skip is we can check the weather. So 12 knots and 300, it is going to be a crosswind. It's going to be a crosswind from the left. So we are going to have to be aware of that. But other than that, it's looking all right. We're at 1016 on the air pressure. As we get there, we'll sort that out. I play for Invictive Academy under 8 whites. Oh, that's cool. I play for a club called Wendron and Trelawney. So Wendron I play on Sundays, and then Trelawney I play for on Saturdays. Right, we are nearly there. We've got 2 minutes to go. Just 2 minutes to go. Okay. Ideal. Cool. So let's have a look here. Climb. Play Sunday matches, but today was a tournament. You done good though. 4th place. How many teams entered? Was there quite a few? Okay, I'm going to put the data for our landing is 1016 before we do skip. The temperature is 20 degrees. The magnetic wind is 280 at 009. Transition altitude 6000. Our approach speed is going to be 130. And we're going to be landing with full flaps. Cool. There we go. There were 16 teams and we placed 4th. That's really good. That is really good. Right, guess what? We are at cruise. So we'll make the announcement to our passengers.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Louisa Tells. Welcome aboard flight SAQ 7312.
That's really good. Won a tournament before and got medal and trophy. That's good.
At an altitude of 35,000 feet.
Well done, because out of 16 teams,
250 knots. It's 13
4th is very good.
On behalf of all crew members,
Right, here we go.
we thank you for flying with us today. So, please sit
So,
back,
this is what we do.
relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Like I say, we have to skip it now, because otherwise we'll be sat here for 2.5 hours. I press play on that.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar contact Madrid
Oh,
Center
hang on.
on 118.275.
This is us.
Good day.
Okay, we're getting into Spain now.
Going to
Into Spain's controller.
275 Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
Right, and let's find out where we are. So, I've slowed the sim down, so as slow as we can go now.
Alpha Papa
And we're going to
X-ray
skip the
Oscar,
descent.
Flight level tree 50.
There we go. So now what I'll do is I'll pause the sim. See where we're at. Gives me just a chance. There we go. So, just going to pause it there, see where we're at. So we're currently at 8,500 feet. And we're flying over LIEA now towards EA 507. So, let's quickly go on here. It's not going to let us do it, which is fine. But I just need to make sure that everything's looking okay. Right, so you can see here that there's quite a few bits to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpause it. Going to make sure my sim rate is slow, which it is. And I'm going to make sure that we've got it all set.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar. Descend via Elsa 2 Yankee to 6,000. Expect RNAV runway 02 approach via Alpha Echo Alpha transition.
Okay, happy. So I'm just going to get this
Descend
set
via
up.
Elsa 2 Yankee to 6,000. Expect RNAV runway 02 approach via Alpha Echo Alpha transition. Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
Okay. That's fine. What's that? Yeah, okay. Fuel, it's saying land ASAP, but we've got plenty of fuel left at the moment. Let's quickly reset this. There we go, that's fine. Cross feed's on, right, we're good. So, what we can do now is quickly check where we are. We're currently heading to EA507. EA507, we need to be at 4,000 feet, so let's get down, shall we? And we'll start to slow down as well. M35 is our approach speed. That's fine. There we go. So what we can do now is we can get our speed brakes on. I'll tell you what, let's speed up the sim now. So we've managed to keep hold of it, alright. 30, 31, 32, right, let's slow down. 44, 35, 36, perfect. We're now at normal time. And this is the route we're following. So I'm going to bring my speed brakes, actually my speed brakes are okay. Okay, we can set for our landing. I don't need any flaps yet, my flaps are down. Landing gear's down at the moment, I don't need the landing gear down for a minute. We are going to set for landing though. There are speed brakes, gears down, flaps, perfect. And we're in cloud, yep, so when we get into cloud, I'm going to be flying on instruments then. So you can see we've got a flight director, we'll fly on instruments, which means basically we're not looking outside. But it should be quite clear. I'm just going to quickly get the airport information here, I think it's 1016. So we'll quickly get that here. 1016, yeah. So quite a lot to do now, so I'm quite rushing around a little bit, trying to make sure that I get it all done.
Ladies and gents, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in the full upright position. Fasten your seat
And then in
belt.
case I lose my
Make sure
avionics,
that all
I always
carry-on
set this one
luggage is
down here as
stowed
well.
underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins.
There
Thank
we
you.
are. And then what we do is as we enter the downwind, so if we look behind us now, out here, you'll see the airport. On the ground, you can't see it at the moment because of the cloud.
4900. Keep speed, not above 210 knots.
There we go. So 490
Descend and maintain
and not above
4900.
210 knots.
Keep speed, not above 210 knots. Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
So we're doing fine at the moment. The aircraft should now start to turn in just a second. So we now need to be at 3,000 feet. Aircraft needs to turn. Let's see if it will do it for us. It's not going to do it, so I'll do it. Flight plan, direct to EA506. There we go, now it will turn. There we are, it's starting to turn now. Okay, so I'm going to start slowing down now. So for that, I'm going to bring the air brakes down. We're going to set our speed to 180. Just verify landing speed a minute. 184. My autopilot's come off. So there we go. We'll bring that back, and we'll bring our speed back as well. And once I've got the plane under control, because the autopilot is just disconnected randomly. There we go. Now it's under control. I can shut the alarm up. There we are. So let's get that speed under control. We need to get down to 3,000 feet now. There we go. We've got it. I'm just going to trim. By the way, the emojis are me. I do like an emoji.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar. Contact
Okay, we're just going to do this all manually now.
8.85 when inbound.
We'll check the brakes. Okay. Speed brakes armed. Gears coming down now. We've got a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of wind. quickly reply to him. Just quickly check
Tower
our
on 118
altitude. So we need to be at 3,000 for this one.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
So let's come down. So we need to get down to 2,500 now. There we are. Just going to quickly check my speed again. 121 is my approach speed. So you can see getting bashed around a little bit here.
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar, 1 tree mile south, inbound RNAV runway.
Okay, with that I'm now going to bring it to 160 knots.
Airbus Golf Alpha Papa X-ray Oscar, Alghero Tower. QNH 1016, cleared RNAV runway 02 approach.
Okay, on nav approach. So 3,500. We want 2,500 now, so I'm going to come down another 1,000 feet.
X-ray Oscar.
There we go. And you can see here my flaps currently at setting 2. I'm just going to start slowly leveling off. And then when we get to 510, that's our time to get down. But we have to stay at 2,500 for now. We can tell that because it's got a line underneath it. So see there where it's got a line? That means we cannot be below that height at that point. We have to be at that altitude. Fun fact about the tournament. Go on. Okay, here we go. We'll turn on to final approach now. Maintaining that altitude now as well. Next bunch of flaps going in. And now we're going to line up with the runway. And I'll descend as well. Okay, so concentration time. Let's have a quick look at the wind. 20 knots at the moment. So we're going to add half the wind to our approach. And you usually add half the wind and all the gusts. At the moment with 20 knots, I'm going to add 10 knots to our approach speed. Our approach speed is 121, so I'm not going to drop below 131 knots. So I'm going to drop that down now to 150. As I come in, you can see my approach hopefully on here. Hopefully see it in a second. I'll get it on there as well. As we come in line with our plan. And we can come down now. I've got the runway now in front of me. The last 2 matches we lost because my leg was hurting because my shoes were small and my coach kind of got mad. Oh, that's not good if coach is getting mad. Okay, let's get back over. You can see the runway there now. We're going to get down.
Oscar, wind 277 at 9er, clear to land runway 02.
There we go.
Clear to land runway 02.
Going to reduce the speed now fully to 132, which is our approach speed. There we are. And we have got a bit of wind. You can see the wind now. It is starting to hit us a little bit. Got the runway. So because it's coming from the left, and you can see that there, we're going to have our nose heading to the left of the runway. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't play the music. At the moment my track is good, speed's good. So again, heading to the left of the runway because of that wind, and we'll just correct it as we come around. There we go. Now I'm going to start my descent. That wind. Slightly high, so let's get down a little bit faster. So I'm looking at the lights now. The lights, if they're 4 white, which they are at the moment, I'm too high. Okay, I need them to go red a little bit. There we go, getting that wind now. I'll start to go red pretty fast in a second as I get lower. This is fine so far. Okay, there's that wind. If I need to go around, I'm going to go straight ahead. And I'll climb to 3,000 feet. At the moment I'm quite unstable because of this wind. There we go, we're fine. Okay, continuing, there's that wind shear there. Okay, stabilise, power off. There's that aileron into wind. Looking up the runway. Looking up the runway, let's land. There we are, there's that correction as we come in. That's good. A little bit off centre, but for the fact that we were getting smashed with the wind, we're not going to moan about that too much. Okay, on the brakes. There we are. And get those flaps up. Now I'll get. There we are.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar, turn next taxiway.
That was good. We'll get our speed brakes away. And get off the runway.
Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar, contact ground on 118.85.
And we'll get past this hold short line and then we'll give the ground a shout.
118.85 for Airbus Papa X-ray Oscar.
Make sure I pass that line. We know we're going down this way, so give it a shout. There we go. Okay, let's get the APU on. We'll get the strobes off, runway turn off lights off, landing lights off, taxi lights on. We'll start the APU. Whilst that's starting, and get all this off as well. So get that to standby, and we'll get that to standby. And we'll get weather radar off as well. And there we go, we go to the stand now. Hopefully there's a marshaller there for us. And then what's this? Mohammed, the shout out. Well done for being superb at the football tournament today and coming fourth, which is a great achievement. even though you had sword legs. So well done with that. Right, we'll get to the gate, and then I think we'll probably do a 737 flight after this, and then we'll do a helicopter one. You survived for 2 hours on there. That is good. Right, here we go. So, we'll get parked up here, and then what we'll do, just to warm up the hands, I'll do a quick helicopter search and rescue mission, and then we'll go and do a 737 flight. A 737, we'll start that up right from the from cold and dark. I do prefer the 737. There's a lot more to do in it. Now, I don't think these glim lamps should be on the taxiway, but the Sims put them in there. "20 knots. That's good. If we go over 25, we get shouted at. So I'll bring that speed down a little bit. Let's have a look. See if I can see my marshal there. No, I can't, so I'll just head straight in. So as we come here, what I'm going to very quickly do is throw it to the left, round this light, there we go. Haven't got a marshaller, so we'll just guess we'll come in at an angle. No markings on the floor, so there's nothing laid down where we should be going. Just for how fast we're not sure we don't crash. And there it is. Right, we'll quickly set the APU to on. APU is on. APU bleed to on. 10 out of 10. Get on. Thank you, Mohammed. There we go.
Work. Mission accomplished, even under these rough conditions.
Let's see how we scored. Let's see if we scored okay. We're going to do a helicopter search and rescue mission now, I think. There we are, that's good. It's one of our best yet. There we are. Perfect. Right, let's go fly a helicopter. We'll get some cash first, shall we? 2.5 million for that. Isn't too bad. That gives us 142 million. So we're just saving up now. We need 270 because we want to buy, I'll show you. Want to buy a new aircraft. The 747. That's what we want to buy. So we are having to save up a little bit. Right, let's go and do the helicopter mission, and then we'll do a Now, what do you want to see? Should we do a helicopter mission, or shall we go and do one of the plane missions where we have to land next to a casualty? I'll leave it up to you. Let me know what you want us to do. Just gonna Let's go. Okay, let's go. Helicopter sounds fun, so I want to do the helicopter. Okay, cool, let's do it. Let's have a look where our helicopters are. I think I've got one in Cornwall up here. Let's have a look. Yep, here we go. We're going to go off Falmouth and St Kevin's. We'll fly from Bradanic. So we've got a sailor in distress offshore off the Balearic Sea. It's not... Tell you what, where's that coming from? EGHY. That's coming from a grass runway. Let's do that one. Because that's coming off Truro. And we'll do a little bit of low flying on this one as well, shall we? We haven't got enough fuel for this, I don't think. So we'll put some fuel in. We've got plenty of fuel. That would do. And we'll give it a clean as well, so we don't have bug splats all over it. Right, so these are my favourite helicopters on the sim. This is the Airbus H125. With the problem with the helicopters on here, sometimes they throw in the collective lever. So what that means is the helicopter will end up flying itself up or down. If it happens, I'll show you, but it's usually quite noticeable. And today we're taking off from a airport called Truro. So just down the road from Truro is a hospital called Trelisk. And as you can see, it's a little bit windy as well, but we can deal with the wind. So we'll get the static covers off, the port covers off, so the pitot covers off. We'll get the engine covers off as well. And then we'll jump in. Perfect. So first thing I do is we get rid of this tablet. We don't need the tablet. Okay. Second thing is we turn on the battery. Then we do a quick check of everything down here. So this is all the air and demisters. This is the collective lever. This is what makes the aircraft go up and down and gives it the power. And I put my landing on light nice and early. My landing light. Okay, perfect. You see the controls moving. That's not me doing that. That's where I'm trying to use the zoom button. Okay, perfect. So battery is on. Anti-collision lights on. Avionics are on. We'll quickly do the display and warning test and fire test. Display test, fire test, and we'll do a rad out test as well. There we go, perfect. We'll set our transponder to on. And then we'll set it to map mode. Perfect. We'll check that our horn works. Horn does work. And then we'll come up here. We'll check the fuel valves open. Fuel valves open. Rotor brake is on. We'll start the engine. And then we'll take the rotor brake off as well. Because it's windy, usually we'd leave the rotor brake on. Go on then, feel free. So what we're doing now is the engine starting up. You can see the engine starting, the temperature starting to raise here. N1, which is the compressor speed, is increasing. Temperature stalls. We have to wait there a second just for it to light. You'll see in a second. There we go. We'll go up to around 660, 670. Temperature's increasing there. Oil pressure increases. Oil temperature increases. And then what you'll see here is a generator. Once we get up in a minute, you'll get that generator working. So here we go. And then if I look outside now, you see the blades are spinning. And then what I'm watching here at the same time is this dial here. This is my rotor speed. There we go, 680. There we go, 680, and then we go back. N1's dropped. And rotor speed now, we're just going to sit at around 300, 270, 300. Okay, so what we do now is we turn the horn on. And we'll bring the collective to flight mode, to the throttle. Then the horn will go off at approximately 92% NR. So currently it's 76%, 80%, 90%. There we go. Now you can see at the moment the wind's blowing quite a bit, and it is looking like it's turning me. It is turning me. Okay, right. Let's set our generator to on. Avionics to on. Floats to arm. Hoist to arm. And to on. Pitot heat to on. We're good to go. Right, let's give him a shout. How good do you think I am at football? Oh, I bet you're really good. Okay, here we go. Here comes our crew. Already I've got a dusty windshield.
Thanks for speeding things up. As you know, we have a situation here. Here's a quick recap. We've just got an alert. The skipper of a leisure boat triggered a distress call in the Mediterranean sea waters. The skipper had just the time to jump in lifeboat, but no one can locate her around since then.
Okay, here
we'll try to get you more details.
So generator and battery, they'll go off as soon as we launch.
Once you're on site, or if you can't find the location, we'll stay on the radio just in case.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at something here. EGHY, airport elevation is 401. We're at 391, so that's right. Okay, let's get into the taxi.
Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee traffic. Airbus helicopter Foxtrot, Bravo, Bravo, Echo Foxtrot.
That hover taxi. There we go. Perfect. So we'll just stabilise that for a minute. Okay, we'll do a quick tail and instrument check. So I'm checking the compass now as well. So I'm going to spin here. There we go. Spin here. Happy. Right, let's go. So we'll come up to the hold short point. Nice and slow, no need to rush this bit. And as we come around, we'll bring our tail around. Nice and slowly, loads of little controls here. We'll let the traffic know that we're coming.
Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee traffic. Airbus helicopter Foxtrot, Bravo, Bravo, Echo Foxtrot.
Okay, we're going to get into the runway.
Runway tree 2, east departure, Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee.
Nice and slow. Okay, once we're happy, we'll gain some speed. You see my little line there, we'll gain some speed. Okay. 12 minutes away, okay. There we go, so we'll gain some speed here now. With that speed I can then put power in. There we are, 27 knots, 30 knots, we're at 40, I'm going to climb a bit more, there we go, 40 knots, a bit more power in, there we go, we're up, and we're going to head towards the east, just going to stabilise and get this trimmed, so you'll see the aircraft jolt a little bit. The only way that I can see if it's trimmed is if I take my hands off the controls. There we go, ideal. We'll get to 650 feet, and then we're going to turn. We'll turn these off, and we're going to go do some low flying. So at the moment we've got some road cars there going off in the where the old road used to be, and we're going to fly over Truro in a minute, Truro Hospital. There we go, and we'll turn here, and then once we're clear of these power lines and these windmills, we'll get down low and we'll do a little bit of low flying. As we come around at 100 knots, there we are, and we're going over here. So because there is someone in distress, we'll get our nose down and we'll fly quite fast. Aim for 130 knots. I'm vibrating quite a bit at the moment. There we go. And so we can see where we are. We're going to fly over the Falmouth River, down here over St Mawes. St Mawes is down here.
Check it
And we're
regularly.
straight into the search area.
No news yet from my side, but the
There we go.
relatives
This is the
appreciate
hospital
your
right
help.
here.
They're quite concerned, as you can imagine.
So we'll fly over this
We all
called
hope you'll
Trelisk
bring her
Hospital.
back home, buddy.
As you look around there, look. It's a place called Truro now that we're over. We'll fly into Truro and around Truro. So this is the city in Cornwall. You'll probably see a cathedral in a minute as we head towards the bay. There's a big cathedral. See if we can see it. You've got a big harbour development as well. As we come around, there's a Tesco. And there's the river. Cool. We'll fly through the river and we'll come down and fly along it. Oh yeah. There's a boatyard there. I used to have a boat that we had to go and get from there.
Hope you'll be on site soon.
And here we go. We'll fly
We
down
have to
here.
find her fast. Everyone here is stressed, and we don't want anyone deciding to conduct the search
There's a bit of
themselves.
sewage there in the water, which is quite realistic, quite good. And then we'll turn right and we'll follow this river down, shall we? So we turn left. I'll follow this river down. There we are. Okay, let's do some low flying, shall we? Going to get the 747. Yeah, we can do a 747 flight, but I am, as soon as I've done this, I am going to come off for a little bit just so I can go and have my dinner. And after my dinner, I'll come on. We can do a 747 flight. There we go. Bit of vibration here. So the plan for this is when we spot the victim, we'll have a look and they'll pop some smoke. We'll have a look. The important thing for us is when they pop the smoke, we have to see which way it's blowing. Okay, and we have to set into a hover into that smoke, basically. So we have to set the hover into the wind. At the moment it is quite windy here, about 10 knots I think. So it's important to get the best out of our engines that we're into wind. And now we're coming up off the Cornish coast. And we'll go down. We're currently at 400 feet almost. So we'll throw it down when we get over the sea. And we'll fly it around 60 foot above the sea. There we go. As we come down here. And we'll come around the point here. You can see what it looks like from outside. There we are. So when I come to do the rescue, I'll get into the hover myself, and then once I'm happy I'm in the hover, we'll switch to the outside view, so then you can watch the animation of the crewman going down on the hoist to save the person.
Area, apparently, but she knows to stay put and wait for rescue to come if there's any problem.
So we're almost there. When we get there, we'll just climb to a few hundred feet. At the moment we're at 70 foot and descending. There we are. We're nearly in the search area now, so I am going to start climbing, and as I climb I'm going to start reducing the speed. So there's the boat that, if you see there's the boat that the victim's fallen off. So what I'm going to do to lower my speed, I need to pull back on the stick. Now what happens when I pull back? my aircraft climbs. So at the same time, I'm lowering my collective, which is why my aircraft goes a little bit funny.
The search area, right? Fine.
And now you'll see I'm starting to trim for my slower speed now, so you'll see a little bit of jolt in for a second, just as I get it to where I want it to be. There we are. So we're pretty much in the search area now. We're at 400 feet, which is fine. And we're going to trim that because we're still descending. We don't want to descend. I'm just going to stabilize this. There we are. So as we come in, we're going to fly directly across the search area first, and then we fly back in. So here we go. We begin our search, we fly across it, and then we'll just star sort of formation flight across. So formation flight. A star formation over. So what we're looking for now is, I'm trying to see if you can see it from here, you won't be able to. So we are looking for a flashing mirror. So there's a small lifeboat somewhere out here, and you'll see a flashing mirror. Now sometimes it doesn't appear until you fly over it, so you'll see me come outside of the aircraft a little bit. So we'll fly at this height, and we're just looking for that flashing mirror to see if we can see our victim. Again, I haven't got VR, so I'm looking everywhere at the moment for it. What was that? No, that wasn't it. Is that it? No, that's not it. So the water's a little bit choppy, which doesn't help. So I always have a quick look behind me, see if I've flown over it. Oh, I haven't yet. Okay, as we come towards the edge of the search area, we'll turn left. Yeah, so look at our crew, they don't really do a lot, they don't talk to me. So what they should do is, in this situation, they should be keeping a lookout, but also when it comes to us getting into the hover and that, they should be telling us left, right, up, down, back, forward. They don't do that, which is a shame. Okay, we'll fly over in this direction, then we'll turn left again, and fly another 20-30 degree. There we go. So we'll fly this side now. Still can't see it. There it is. See it? So let's get around. I'll start to descend. And you can see the wind, which way the wind's blowing. There it is. So what I don't do is I don't radio and tell them that I found them yet. But we are going to go into that where you can see the wind on there, because the smoke's blowing this way. That's the way the wind's blowing. So I'm going to slow down, bring the aircraft to a hover.
Wisdom 5 Squelch Rescue. No need to search that far. The guys from Truro are already patrolling there.
So I need to get down to 50 feet. There we go, I'm happy with that. So I'm now going to start slowing down as I get a little bit closer. We're into wind. Enter the hover. As I get closer, you see all those little control movements now starting to come in. My Wi-Fi is lagging like McDonald's. Oh, there we go. There we go. Right, happy with that. So get into the hover.
She managed to take cover in a safe spot. Coordinates 50 north for west.
There we are. So we'll get straight into that area there. We're at 30 feet at the moment, so we've got plenty of distance between us and the ground. We'll get in here. There we are. And we're in. So I'll take it outside so you can see it. So we're happy we're in the hover. can see the rescue now as I come in, and all I'm doing each time is just giving those little tiny movements now on that stick. Got quite a bit of wind. And we'll see if I zoom out a little bit. There we go. So I'll stabilise that. Once they're on the winch, I'm going to go back in. See, there he's in the sea. I'll bring him back closer to him. So I'm coming back in. There we go. He's got him.
Winching to be started.
Okay, let's get back inside.
Dock 5 to Skyhook 7. Ready to lift.
Cable is tensioning.
Getting away from the boat. There we are. And then, there we go, they're in. Perfect. So now, bit of power, bit of forward movement. There we are. And off we go. Let's get them back to hospital as quick as we can.
We're on board, moving us away now. Notify Wisdom 5.
Wisdom 5, extraction complete. We're leaving.
Captain, Allison is in state of shock, so fly as smoothly as possible to minimize the impact on her. It's crucial.
There we go, and we're heading over this way. We'll get some forward speed on. Yeah, man, of course. So all we do now is we just fly this one back to the hospital now. We fly it back to our airport, where we started, because there's a rescue crew there waiting for us. So one bad thing about the sim is what I'd like it to do actually is for us to take the casualty to hospital and then go back to our airport. That would be the good thing, and then land on a few helipads, you know, with hospitals with helipads on them, which would have been good. But we can't do that yet. So 130 knots, which is where we want to be. Feels like we're going fast because we're quite low. If I climb up high, it doesn't seem like we're going as fast. Just keep an eye on my altitude at the moment. It's still at 40 feet, which is fine. Can you see outside how close we are?
Hi there, I'm Lincoln. I'm your rescue medic. I'll be with you along the way to Truro. Are you alright?
I was so scared.
I'm here in case you need me.
As long as we don't clip a skid in the water, we're going to be alright. We're at 29 feet at the moment. Plenty of height. We just buggered. If we have an engine failure now, we're going into the drink. Okay, then as we approach the land, I'll get up to 1,000 feet. There we go. So we're going to approach St Mawes very shortly, and again we're going to be flying directly over Truro Hospital. Okay, we're going to start our climb now. Welcome back. Just starting our climb now into the mainland.
I bet you're thirsty, right? Water or rehydration drink if you feel you need some.
Water sounds
Again,
good.
all this time,
Thanks.
haven't really been saying it, but I've been checking all of these gauges as we go as well. Make sure that we're happy, and we've got all these ones here as well that we check. So we're going to quickly get up here and over. And we've got to be careful because there's quite a few wind farms around in Cornwall. there's quite a lot of pylons as well, look, see? And then going to fly over Truro in a second. As we fly over Truro, we go past the hospital and we land on runway 32 today at Truro, and it's a grass runway and there's not very many markings. As we left earlier on, it was a bit windy, so we'll see how we get on in a minute. This is the estuary. There we go, we're approaching Truro now. We'll let them know where we are. We're currently to the northeast of the airfield.
Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee traffic. Airbus helicopter.
As we get closer, we're going to start slowing down as well.
Foxtrot, 6 miles southeast, 500.
I was
bound to
wondering,
land.
do you
Runway
always fly with the
32,
same team?
Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee.
I usually team up with my hoist manager Sheilak, but we sometimes switch our pilots.
There's Truro over there. We're going to go around the outskirts now as we come into land. I'm getting there. How many have I got? 84. That's not too bad, is it? So considering I don't advertise when I come on or do anything like that or whatever, I literally just come on and do some lives. I've got a couple of reels that I've put on, but nothing more than that. I do have a select few that do come on when I stream, and they will talk to me. There's a guy called Aaron, and there's a couple more that come on. So yeah, all I literally do is to stream is just so I can talk to people. That's it, because most of my friends that I've got, they don't play Flight Sim. They play Battlefield or FIFA. Oh, it's showing me as having 84 on my side, so I must have gained a few during this stream. Never know, give it another week, might get to 100. Okay, so a little bit of a chat about what we're about to do. So we're entering on the crosswind leg here.
Yes, it's nothing. Thanks.
And you see that this is our final approach. We're actually going to be on quite a long final shortly, actually. So it's a long final approach. And there we go. You can see the runway now. If I show you, there you go. You see the airfield there, look. And it's just ahead of that. So I'm going to slow down. There's the hospital. So again, what I'd like to do now is I'd like to actually go and land there. And no, that's not the hospital. The hospital's a little bit further on. There we go. Right, I'm going to start slowing down as we make a little turn to the right.
Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee traffic.
And you can see it just here, look, right there.
Bravo Echo Foxtrot is on final. Runway tree 2 to land. Echo Golf Hotel, Yankee.
There we are. So the thing with these helicopters, you don't need to land in a hover. You can land with a small amount of forward speed and then use your skids to basically skid. Right, so we'll start the flare now, start lowering the aircraft, start bringing the speed down. There we are. Thank you. There we are. Now let's slow it down. That's good. You can see we've got a little bit of a hill. There we are. Okay, now we can enter the hover. And we'll stop after the hold short line here. There we are. And then we're just going to taxi going left. There we go. There we are, into the hover. And we'll just have a little taxi over here.
Traffic. Airbus helicopter Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Echo Foxtrot is taxiing to parking. Echo Golf Hotel Yankee.
There we are. Now we can land now. Here we are.
Welcome back, Squelch Rescue.
And there we
You did
are.
Great.
And that is it.
Heartwarming to see
We'll bring that
woman
down
and her
to
family
idle.
reunited.
That will slow down. We'll turn the engine off. Cutting the fuel. There we are. Right, brake on. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right, I am now going to head off and go and get some food, and I'll probably come back on in an hour and a half, maybe at 7 o'clock. Once my boy is in bed. Yep, once you're in bed. That's it, we saved them. Let's see how we got on. See our score. I think we've done alright there. $96.94, there we go. Perfect. Right, thank you very much for watching. And speak to you soon. Take it easy.